Welcome. We'll start in our seated position. So sit up tall. Imagine that you're pushing your entire spine into a wall behind you. That way you're going to not just get length through the spine, but also get the correct positioning for the head. So you want the ears to be in line with the shoulders. And start to relax, close your eyes. Just take a moment to settle in. Noticing what your breathing pattern's like. And effortlessly adapting or adjusting your breathing pattern and making it deeper. It's amazing how a few deeper inhales and exhales can already put you in a calmer state of mind. Just allow the breathing to do its work. And then whenever you feel ready, you can start with your Ujjayi pranayama. Just continue with your Ujjayi throughout the class. Don't sacrifice the breath for a posture. Really make use of the pranayama as we move through our traditional sun salutation. So opening the eyes, we'll start at the front end of the mat. So positioning yourself into a mountain pose, feet together or hip distance, depending on how you prefer to approach the posture. Draw your shoulders back and down, get length, inhalation. Urdhva arms go up. Exhale, Uttanasana, your first forward bend. In-breath, halfway lift. Planting your hands and exhale. Make your way back into plank. You can do knees, chest, chin. Or exhale to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or placing knees to mat, having a bit of a bend in the arms. And exhale into down dog. So we'll keep the sun salutations traditional, not doing any variations in the sequence. Just allowing the body to warm up, getting the blood to flow, and synchronizing breath and movement. Bend into knees, look up. Use inhale to get feet in between hands and halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms up. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, swan dive, head to shins. In-breath, halfway. Planting your hands. You can jump back if you want to, but take it back into plank and lower down Chaturanga. Inhalation, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it into down dog. Just checking in with your body, seeing what it's like today. Maybe down dog felt a bit easier yesterday, or maybe today you really feel settled in with the posture. It's a lifestyle. It's a matter of getting back onto the mat and revisiting the yoga on a hopefully daily basis. Bending into knees, look up. In-breath, feet between hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. Now the next flow, just feel a little bit more core activation throughout. So keep or pay attention to the core. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into a forward bend. Even in the forward bend, feeling the core working. Inhale, halfway lift. Planting hands, exhale. Take it back and lower down. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. In breath, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. I don't want to give too many cues with the sun salutations. I want you to move and find your flow, your rhythm. Understand that it's a breathing practice and prioritize with the breath. Bending into knees, look up. Inhale, feet between hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. One more sun salutation A, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge in the hips, forward bend, head to shins. Inhale, halfway, planting hands, exhale. Take it back and then bend into your elbows as you lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana. In breath, upward facing dog. Gripping mat and exhale. Downward facing dog. Very traditional way to start the yoga practice. Sun salutation A followed by a sun salutation B. Bend into knees, look up. In breath, feet between hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward bend. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms to ceiling. Exhale, Tadasana. I'm going to start with sun salutation B. So in breath, bending into the knees, Utkatasana. Imagine that you sit back onto a chair. Exhale into forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Planting your hands on exhale, take it back as you lower down through your Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale all the way to down dog. Inhale, right foot between hands, angle back foot, warrior one. Arms go up. Exhale, hands down, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot between hands, pivot back foot, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, step back, same exhalation to lower down Chaturanga. In breath, up dog. Exhale to down dog. Bend into knees, look up. Inhale, feet between hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. Bend into your knees, inhale, arms go up. Exhale, Tadasana. Bend knees, inhale, arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward bend. In breath, halfway. Plant your hands and exhale, take it back. Lower down. Inhalation, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha, Svanasana, down dog. Inhale, right foot between hands, angle back foot, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands down, step it back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot between hands, back foot on angle, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands come down, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's keep linking breath and movement. Staying focused on the mat. Disciplined on the mat with the postures. These sun salutations can be seen as a form of active meditation, really. You get into your zone. You breathe, you flow. Bend into knees, look up. Inhale, feet between hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend into knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. One more, Sun Salutation B. Inhale, bend knees, arms go up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Forward bend, a little bit deeper. Inhale, halfway. Planting hands, exhale. Take it back and lower down. In breath, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. In breath, right foot between hands, pivot back foot, arms up. Exhale, hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, left foot between hands, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. Bending into knees, look up, inhale, feet in between hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, bend knees, taking arms up. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Now mountain pose, part your feet, get the feet hip width apart. Spread the toes, bend into your knees, inhale, take arms up into a slight modified chair pose. Exhale, swing your arms back alongside the body, bring your chest forwards, aiming to get the upper body parallel to the floor. If it feels like the hips are now sitting higher than the knees, which is definitely where you're supposed to be from the chair position, we modify by sinking the hips down more, getting the hips more or less in line with the knees without pushing the knees forwards too much. So keep pulling your knees and your shins back as you work the chest closer to the feet or to the legs. Keep sinking low. Inhale, take your arms up, chest up. Exhale, swing the arms back, chest forwards. Sinking hips low. Next inhale, lift heels off the mat. Pull the shoulders back and down. Keep your breath deep. Push through the big toe sides of the feet and keep locking the feet. Exhale, bring the heels down. Take the arms back up into our chair shape. Exhale, forward bend, head to shins. Inhalation, halfway lift. Planting hands, exhale, take it back and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg. Exhale, step right foot between hands. Get your fingers to just not touch the mat as you lift in the chest slightly. Feel the hips being square, the toes gripping the mat, subtle engagement in the core. Bring the arms out to the sides, hands in line with the shoulders. Next inhale, lift in the chest, pull the arms back, opening in the chest. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step back, chaturanga. In breath, up dog. Don't rush. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, foot between hands. Fingers close to the floor, not touching. Back leg straight. Sinking low into the front knee. Arms out to the sides. Hands in line with the shoulders. Lengthening. Inhale, lifting your chest, pulling arms back. Exhale, hands come down, step back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Can't say this enough. Consistent breathing throughout. Bending into knees, look up. Inhale, feet between hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reverse swan dive, take arms to ceiling. Exhale, mountain pose. Part your feet, hip distance. Spread the toes, bend knees, inhale. Arms up. Exhale, hands to pray. And we're going to twist. So first bring the torso to the right. Then bring the hips back, sinking down a bit. Positioning elbow to the outside of your knee. So as you twist to the right, feel more weight shifting onto the right foot and float the left foot off the mat. Just keep the foot in that dorsiflex shape. Just get it to not touch. Bring it back. Inhale to center. Start to twist with the torso to the left and then find the outside of your left knee. Twisting, shifting more weight to the left foot, floating right foot just off the mat. Don't change the dynamic of the posture too much, placing right foot back down. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, twisting to the right, elbow to the outside of the knee. This time around, pulling the left heel to left glute. Exhale, foot down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Then find the outside of the quad. Pulling right heel to right glute. Still pulling your knee up towards your shoulder, not dipping the knee down. Getting the glutes to fire. as we shift weight around. Exhale, bring the right foot down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist, believe it or not, over to the right. Get the elbow to the outside of the knee. Once again, pulling heel to glute, but then straightening the leg to the back of the mat. Push the ball of the foot away from your body. So instead of simply flexing, we're starting to point and draw the toes back. Pull knee back to chest. Placing left foot down. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Elbow to the outside. Squeezing heel to glute. And then straightening the right leg. As you straighten, instead of flexing, push the ball of the foot away from the body. Breathe. Pulling knee back to chest. Stepping right foot onto the mat. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow over the right knee. Floating foot. Taking leg back. But this time around, look down to the floor and step the back foot into a lunge. Keep twisting, looking over your back shoulder. If it's too easy, place the right or the left hand to the outside of the right foot, taking right arm up. Slowly bring the hands back together, looking down to the floor, lifting the back leg off the mat, then bend knee, pull it to chest, stepping left foot down, coming back to center, twisting to the left, right elbow over the left knee, floating right foot, take leg back, then look down to the floor, stepping left foot onto the mat, twisting, option of staying here, option of taking right hand to the outside of the foot, left arm up. You'll bring your hands back to prayer, looking down to the floor. Lift the back leg, pull knee to chest, place foot down, back to center. On exhale, find the big toes with the peace fingers, turning it into a forward bend. Pulling yourself deeper. Padangusthasana. No tension in the neck. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands onto the mat and step it back into plank. Lower down chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. In breath, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. And I'll raise your right leg. Exhale, position right foot in between hands. Then walk the right foot slightly more to the right side of the mat. Just making the stance a little bit longer or wider. Angle your back foot. And as you lift in your chest, interlace your fingers behind your back. Lift in the chest. Exhale. Forward bend, pulling your arms over your head. Inhale, lifting the chest. Arms can be close to your back. Lift the back heel off the mat. And as you hold the slightly wider stance, release the fingers, interlace fingers in front of the body. Slowly start to lower down and see if there's a way for you to place the forearms onto the mat. If you can't get it all the way down, then you're going to have to hold it wherever you get stuck. Alternatively, bring the forearms down. Be careful not to push the knee past the toes as we just get into a little bit of a hip opener. But the same way we got into this one, we need to come back out. So lifting, pushing back up, then releasing hands to the mat. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, step left foot between hands. Now walk the foot slightly out to the side, pivot your back foot, making your way up, interlace fingers behind the back. Deep inhale, exhale, forward bend. Working the fist up to ceiling. You're going to use inhale to make your way back up. Undo the bind and interlace fingers in front of the chest. Lift back heel off the mat. So we're going to reach forwards and see if there's a way to place the forearms onto the inside of the front foot. If you struggle, then hover, because the next part is a bit more challenging than what you'd think. Slowly lift, make your way back up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. Option of getting onto your fingertips when you do plank, or keeping palms firmly on the mat as you lower the hips. Just breathing here. Option of doing side plank on the fingertips, or obviously palm. So pivot, shift weight to the left hand, right arm up. Exhale, right hand down. Pivot feet, weight over onto the right hand, left arm up. Exhale, left hand down. If you want to now get onto the palms, you can. If you want to do one push-up on the fingertips, exhale down. Inhale back up. And bring your knees down. Sit back into a comfortable child's pose. Making your way back up onto all fours. Normal down dog, hands on the mat for an easy cat and cow stretch. Knees below the hips, tuck your chin around your spine on the exhale. Inhale, arching in the back, looking up. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale to a neutral spine. We'll make our way into seated. As you get back to center, get into your easy pose, your comfortable seated position. And just for a minute, sit up nice and tall. You're still doing your Ujjayi breathing. Just close your eyes and do the breathing pattern you've been doing throughout the class without doing any movement. So just feel what it's like to do the breath work without movement and sort of compare it to the way you have been breathing and think of maybe more challenging postures or when the body got tired, maybe holding something for quite long. Just feel it and see if you can close that gap, if you can find the breathing pattern that's going to be more suitable for you in your next practice. Just maintain that Ujjayi breath. Even though we are restricting slightly in the throat and we're drawing the air in and out, the breath shouldn't feel forced. So feel that it's still natural or effortless as you do the Ujjayi. Feel that your body's getting enough oxygen and at the same time you're getting that audible sound in the back of your throat. You want to truly master your Ujjayi breathing. Now maintain this breathing, open your eyes, and let's relax back onto the mat. Straighten your legs. It's time for corpse pose. So for the first time in the practice, let go of that deeper, more controlled breathing pattern and switch into an absolutely natural breathing pattern. You're going to find, now that the body's relaxing on the floor, that your breath is very subtle. It's like you don't need a lot of oxygen to relax on the mat. With any corpse pose, less is more. So breathing less even is going to get you into that very calm, relaxed state of mind. So with the eyes being closed, with the body being relaxed, stay in this corpse pose for as long as you want.